Hello, it's Dawn Michelle from Boho Tarot, and today I wanted to just do a quick unboxing of the newly released mass market version of the Antique Anatomy Tarot. So I believe this deck might still be available actually, and I think has been available as an indie deck, and I just have never gotten around to getting it, even though I absolutely think the artwork is amazing in it. But it's just not one that I ever actually got around to getting. And then I saw that it was available for pre-order for mass market by, who is this by? This is by Abrams Notary, an imprint of Abrams. So it's a gorgeous new, as far as I know, new mass market version out of this particular deck. And I've had it on my Amazon wish list because it's been on Amazon as a pre-order for a really long time. And then I saw, I was poking around on the Walmart app, and because occasionally I do buy decks on Walmart. Sometimes they can be a little bit cheaper than Amazon. And I happened to see this one and it was like available now. So I ordered this deck, I want to say 2 days ago, or maybe it was over the weekend. Anyway, I just ordered it a few days ago and it's already here. It actually just arrived at my door. So I was super excited about it and just want to go ahead and do a quick unboxing of it because I don't think that this is even actually available from Amazon. I'm sure other people have seen it and have gotten it, but I just wanted to take a quick look at it because I was excited that it got here early. So it has this beautiful box, and here in the inside it says, "It's all in your hands." Now, from what I've seen of this deck, it's very pippish, which I am super excited about. So it comes with a little guidebook, and we'll take a look at that more in detail, but oh my goodness, look at that. This makes me so excited. Full color images. How beautiful. Okay, we're going to take a look at that in a minute because I really like to focus on the cards first. So the cards come in this absolutely gorgeous box. Look at this. So it has paper inserts here, and the cards are sitting inside, and they just have this little plastic cover on them, which is totally fine. They do look like they are standard tarot size, and the cardstock feels really flimsy. That's a little bit of a disappointment, to be honest, right off the bat, but you know, they'll probably shuffle great, which is good. But they are like Tarot of Transformation thin. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of, I might have to actually back this in contact paper because they're really thin. And I mean, like, look at that. That's really thin. Maybe even thinner than the Tarot of Transformation, to be perfectly honest. But let's take a look at this gorgeous box real quick. So it has these paper inserts, which are, I shouldn't say paper, they're cardboard and they are glued in, so they're not going to move around. And it's got this gorgeous little emblem in the middle. Beautiful little botanical decoration there, and then there's the back. So yeah, that's stunning. I generally don't like these big boxes, and you know me, I will probably make a bag for them and put that in there. Let's go ahead and take just a quick flip through the cards. Like I said, I'm not going to do like a full in-depth walkthrough or review of this deck. I just wanted to open it and just wanted to take a look. So here we have the Fool, and this is, like it says, it's the Antique Anatomy Tarot. There's the Magician. Really like this High Priestess. That's quite beautiful. The Empress. It's definitely a deck that has, you know, anatomy in it, which is really not usually my thing. And really, if I hadn't kind of gotten into the Wooden Tarot and the Earthbound Oracle and all those by, what is it, Skull Garden, I think it is, I probably wouldn't have been drawn to this deck. But it kind of has that same sort of vibe. So I feel like it's going to be, kind of have that same sort of energy when you read with it. And I think that's going to be really great because I find that I am really drawn to decks of that nature. It's a great death card. I do like that it's very pippish. Temperance is interesting, right? The two hands with the brain in between. Like I said, awesome devil card. Love that. Not doing a huge flip through or a review or anything. I just wanted to quickly flip through the cards and show you guys. Beautiful tower. I like that. The star. I think this is one of those decks that you kind of need to either read really intuitive or have a pretty good grasp on your tarot knowledge. So it looks like the suits, the first suit is Elixir. So I'm assuming that's the suit of cups. Let's go ahead and put these down out of the way. Again, very pippish, and I love the black and white images mixed with the color botanicals. That's just one of the things that really drew me to this deck. So yeah, it's really beautiful. Really, I was just so excited, you guys, that this showed up already that I was like, needed to just go ahead and take a look. So we have the suit of Elixir. So we have a page. I love the titles down here are very much like, you know, an anatomy book, which I think is really neat and really lends itself to the energy of this deck. But again, like I said, I've not read with it. I literally just opened it, so I have no idea how they're really going to read. So we have Eternal Youth for the page, Fertility for the Knight, Beauty Potion for the Queen, and Calming Tonic for the King. That's kind of cool. So here we go into our suit of rods. That's our ace. 3, 4. Those are like spikes. That's interesting. Or like those eyelet hooks. Not spikes, eyelet hooks. So the suit of rods is not anatomy. So it's like tools. So that's interesting. Really like this one with the intertwined golf clubs. Those look like golf clubs. I don't know if they are or not. Like I said, I know nothing about this deck other than it's pretty. I saw it. I wanted it. You know how that goes. I know that it was an indie deck. So there's our page, our knight, our queen, and our king. So suit of coins. This is the suit that I always look to the most because I am a pentacle girl. So 2, that's really interesting. 3, again, very pippish, but I tend to like that. So I think this deck will work really beautifully for reading numerologically. This is 10. Here's our page, our knight, our queen, and our king. So those are pretty cool. I like those fairly well. So here is our suit of swords, which would be our blades. So our ace and our 2 and our 3. And oh my goodness, you know, you probably know my relief at not having the heart with the 3 swords. That makes me happy. The next question will be, what does the 10 look like? I probably should have looked this deck up more before I bought it, but I was just like, I think the artwork is beautiful. I love that it's pippish. I love that I can read it that way. So here's the 10, and how gorgeous is that? Oh, I love that. I mean, I generally don't like, you know, knives in my cards, but these are pretty cool. So here's our page. Here's our knight, our queen, and our king. So how fantastic are those? Oh, they're so beautiful. I really can't wait to work with them. I love the simplicity. I love the black and white mixed with the pop of color on this kind of antique-y background. And this author, I think, has a Lenormand as well that I've been going back and forth about whether or not I want to get it because, you know, I'm like collecting Lenormands now because why not? Oh, did I show you the back? Here's the back of the cards. It's really cute. Definitely not reversible, obviously, but that doesn't matter for me because I don't read reversals anyway, so no biggie for me. Let's go ahead and give them a shuffle because they are really thin. So I'm guessing they are going to shuffle beautifully, but I'm a little concerned about how they're going to hold up. But yeah, they shuffle really well. So that does really make me happy. Love when I can get a good riffle shuffle out of a deck. That's just fabulous. So yeah. Definitely probably going to be edging these because you have these gorgeous kind of antique aged paper look and then these beautiful brown backs and then of course your white edges. So I will definitely be probably edging this. I bet this is going to look beautiful with my botanical inspirations. Kind of excited to pair those. We'll see about the cardstock. It's super thin. I mean like really thin. But, you know, that means it does shuffle really well, which I like. I like a deck that I can riffle shuffle. That definitely makes me happy. I just hope that it holds up because I can already see that one kind of bent a little bit, but I can bend it back. So, But again, like I said, this is not a review. This is not a walkthrough. It's just an unboxing because the UPS guy just literally dropped this off at my house, and I just had to grab it, and I had to show you guys because you know how it is. So that's the deck. Let's take a quick peek at this guidebook because I do love a good guidebook, and this one looks pretty beautiful. Oops. So I should have mentioned the Antique Anatomy Tarot by Claire Goodchild. And this is a gorgeous guidebook. So we have the basics, we have about the cards, each of the suits. So there's an introduction, a history of tarot. How beautiful is this book, you guys? I love it. I think I put some pictures of this deck in my journal. Like I found pictures of it on Pinterest, I think. Somebody had done a really beautiful layout with this deck. I think it was in my first tarot journal from earlier this year. And I love the cards so much that I had actually printed them out and put them in my journal, even though I didn't have the deck. And I don't know why I never got around to buying the indie version. I just haven't, but I may anyway, just to compare the two. Here we have a section on numerology and tarot, and that just so makes my heart happy. I'm so happy to see that. It looks like, just jumping through here, the numerological associations are all things that would work really well for me. Again, for this type of deck, it's like a really pippish deck, so I don't think you're tied into any certain interpretation. Here we have astrology in the tarot, so there's astrological associations as well, which is lovely. We have elements, we have color. I'm actually quite impressed with this guidebook. So it talks about the different ways of using tarot for spreads, interpretation, spell work, meditation, journaling. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's a section on caring for your deck. This is a beautiful book. We have some spreads. We have a 1 card, a 3 card, ooh, and a moon cycle spread. I will be doing that one. I'll be giving that a try for sure. And then we have your basic Celtic cross, although I don't know why they still put these in books, to be perfectly honest with you. Here we go into the actual cards. So it looks like we have just gorgeous full color images. I love books that do this. To me, I don't mind that this book isn't the same size as the deck because I won't keep it in this box. You know, I'll make a bag for it and then the book will go on my shelf, and that totally works for me. You know, but for others it does. This box I think will stand nicely on your shelf. Can you guys tell I'm excited? I'm like totally jumping around. So here we have the information, we have the numerology, the astrological correspondence, the element, and companion cards. That's interesting. I really like that. So we have a brief little description and looks like divinatory association for the card, and then some keywords. Look at these illustrations. These are so gorgeous, or I should say photographs, because they're not illustrations. The cards are illustrated. There are photographs in this book, which is absolutely beautiful. So we have that all through the majors. Let's see what we have. So in the minors, we have the suit. So it looks like it is by suit. And we have, of course, a smaller description as we often see in the minors. And that's fine for me. I don't need a ton of information. We do have the rules. So the suit of elixirs is for emotional and relationship matters. That works for me. Astrological signs, element of water, and season is summer. So we have each of the cards here through, including the courts. Oh, so the court cards have a relation to a person as well as a situation, and I definitely appreciate that. So it looks like the suit of rods is the creative and ritual matters, the element of fire, and season of spring. Beautiful. Then we have the suit of coins with the physical monetary matters, the element of earth, and the season of winter. Which the seasonal associations aren't the same as the ones I use, but I don't really see a ton of seasonal association within the card itself, so I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. So we have the suit of blades for mental and intellectual matters, element of air, and season is fall. So as far as like the rules and the element, all that works really well for me. But again, like I said, I mean, look at these cards. They're beautifully pippish. So you can just read with them in a way that works for your own practice, and then draw in your intuitive messages from the artwork itself. And then we have a little bit about the author in the back. So yeah, that is a really gorgeous guidebook. I love that it's full color. I love that it is, I mean, guidebooks that fit the deck are great because, you know, they fit in the box and that's nice too. But this to me is easier to read. And because I don't often go back to my guidebooks, like I read through them once, I may make notes, but for the most part, then they tend to just kind of sit on the shelf and I just work with the deck in a way that works for me, you know, pulling in some of what I've read, my own associations, and then of course working with what I see on the cards themselves. So I don't really tend to use my guidebooks much, so it doesn't really bother me that it's, you know, book size. That actually works quite well for me. But okay, you guys, this was it's a gorgeous little deck. Like I said, I'm a little concerned about the thinness of the cardstock, but the imagery more than makes up for that, and I am super excited to work with this deck for sure. So that is just a really quick unboxing of the Antique Anatomy Tarot because it literally just showed up on my doorstep and I had to share it with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this quick unboxing and I look forward to seeing you again soon for more creative tarot for an inspired life.